Hi guys, I decided to do another video because I want to tell my story. Whenever I was sick, I was sitting in bed, I couldn't find videos to help me. Today is day 19 for me. I'm doing a lot better. Thank you for your prayers. I have two lists. I did my homework, wrote things down on my symptoms and then things that help me. So we're going to first start off with some symptoms, and I'm going to be encouraging you to share this video because I want the knowledge to be out there, hopefully to help someone. Okay, my symptoms. At the very beginning, I was very fatigued and I had severe headache. That's why I thought I had allergies. I suffer from allergies. So I thought, oh, I'm having an allergy issues. This was on a Thursday. I got home from work, not feeling well, really tired. The only strange thing was that I was getting feverish, heat, chills and so forth. But that severe pain here and here, and then down side of my neck. This part, I think maybe where I was leaning, sleeping, trying to get better. So that was Thursday. Blue Cross Blue Shield did this thing where you could see a doctor online. So of course I thought it was allergies. I contacted them. They did the best they could, great doctors. And they said, okay, this is what you need to do. I was doing the neti potty, cleaning myself out, the normal things that I had some allergy pills, trying to take them. Nothing seemed to help. So Monday, when my doctor's office went open, I went in. They gave me the regular shot. They agreed that it was probably allergies because of the pain where it was at. I didn't have any signs of problems with breathing, really. It was just the head problems at that point. So I didn't have some of the basic corona things. I hadn't been out of the country. I hadn't been in contact with somebody who had coronavirus. I wasn't breathing heavily. It was just still the pain in the head issue. He gave me a shot. Normally the shot clears me up right away, and it didn't. So that kind of brought some concern to my head. I was like, whoa, that's different. I went home. The nights were rough. They were really rough where I was having fevers, tossing and turning, sweating, an hour sleep here, another hour here. It wasn't nice. So Wednesday comes. Let me read my notes, make sure I don't forget anything. Oh, my feet were really cold. My bones felt cold inside. I was putting socks on, taking them off, taking showers. Those things were helping. The vapor in the showers were helping me get rid of some of the phlegm that was going down the drain. I started to lose the the taste and smell. I thought that was strange. But that's happened before in other sicknesses that I've had, I guess with sinuses. So I was like, I kind of shrugged it off. I was communicating with a good friend of mine, Sister Ellie, over the phone, and she was concerned because she knew some of the signs. But again, I was looking online. I couldn't find anything to tell me to dig deeper or to go and ask to take the test. So Wednesday comes around, and I went back I called my doctor again. I went back to him and I said, hey, this isn't working. I need something else. So they called me and gave me another shot, still thinking it was allergies because I still had the same issues here. And he also prescribed breathing treatments. I was like, okay, whatever. Hopefully the shot will help. And it didn't. That was a Wednesday night. Thursday comes around, horrible night, horrible. I couldn't breathe. The breathing was escalating. I was on the phone with Sister Ellie. She was telling me, nursing techniques, how to sit certain ways, be patted on the back, get that phlegm off of me, don't be on my back. She helped me a lot that night. She came over even in the middle of the night, and she dropped off more Tylenol because by that time I was out of Tylenol, and dropped off a few other things. Thank you, sister. And then by Friday morning, Good Friday, I said, no, I've got to go get tested. So called around. We found out a certain clinic was giving some tests. You have to first see if you didn't have strep or the flu. So we went. They didn't even let us step inside the hospital. They were doing checks outside. And they finally took me to the back, all covered in gear, very protective, great clinic. And the doctor, Chad, he was amazing. And he was able to take the test for me, sent me home. So for the next couple of days, they were still rough. The nights were really rough. I was trying to alternate heating, ventilating, drinking teas. Of course, my mom's freaking out, calling me to take this, take this. She brought us soup one night. That helped because I hadn't really ate anything for those. This is day, what, maybe day 12, babe? I wasn't eating. I had no appetite. There was an antibiotic that the doctor had given me, and it said take it with food. I would take a small cracker, something, so I could take the medicine because I was afraid it was gonna make my tummy ache and throw it up. So finally, day 9 we got tested on Good Friday. That was at her Thursday. So Easter Sunday comes. It was an emotional day. You know, I'm a Christian, so was excited to praise God, to thank Him that I was still here. And I really thought I was going to see a breakthrough on Easter. So it was emotional. I woke up early because I wasn't sleeping much while my family was still sleeping. I was praising God in my bedroom by myself because I've been quarantined the entire time. My husband had been sleeping on the couch. How comfortable was that the entire time? That's when I received the call that it was positive. I already kind of knew I had it, but to receive the call, it's pretty scary. Even though you're a Christian, you know, my husband tells me, well, you're a Christian. I know, but it's part of you is human still. A small fear there. And then I would have to repeat the prayers, the scriptures, that God has not given me the spirit of fear. God says, do not fear, several times in the Bible. So I had to just claim those scriptures in my heart. Very emotional day. Okay, the nights got worse. The showers weren't helping as much. The breathing was getting worse. Sister Ellie was on FaceTime looking at me, and she was like, man, your body's working overtime. Mind you, I don't know anything about medical. I've never been really in the hospital. My daughter, who was tending to me at night, she had the baby monitor, would come in here and rub me down with Vicks, put my socks on, or take my socks off, or whatever I needed, cold drink, warm drink. The best that she could do. She's still not a qualified nurse. Shame on me to expect that from a 17-year-old, even though she was amazing during the nights, even though during the days my husband was tending to me. He's not a qualified nurse. Sister Ellie told me, okay, you need to go to the hospital. It looks scary. I didn't want to go because I knew I would be poked and prodded and I would be away from my family. I would be alone. And I thought, oh, I'm going to fight this. I'm okay. It's not that bad. But they wanted to check my oxygen levels. So we went ahead and went into the doctors, the ORMC, amazing staff. They took care of me. I mean, as soon as they knew I was coming because we made a phone call. So as soon as we drove up to the coroner, they had already came out and were ready for me. By the time my husband parked, because he was able to enter the emergency room and step in, I was already in drab. They were already, you know, doing what they do. Amazing. They were prepared for me. I appreciate you guys. I know it's not easy. I appreciate it. Let me see where I'm at with my notes. Nurse, doctor, are trained for this. How dare I expect my daughter, my husband could replace trained professionals. So day 14 is when I made the video to educate y'all, because I said, man, even me who knew that the corona was out there, we were all warned. I was taking it for a small grain of sand. Even though I was obeying things, I just would go to HEB real quick, avoid people, wash my hands, come home, go to work. I wasn't out in the streets doing things that I shouldn't have been. But I said, you know, in the back of my mind, I was still like, it's not real. We've seen the numbers of people being infected, but their numbers is not a face. Yeah, nobody's really seeing the pain that we were going through. And so that's why I did the video that I did for educational purposes, for you guys to keep sharing, to hopefully help somebody. That was day 14. I stayed in the hospital for 5 days and I thought I was fine. The doctors and the nurses taught me a lot while I was there, even though I wanted to come home as quickly as I possibly can. I think the next day I was joking with the doctors. I said, okay, ready to go home. Wasn't that easy, but I'm happy for the time that I was there, because they were able to nurse me back to health and educate me on my breathing, sitting up, pushing myself to do better. Thank you, nurses. Every night, I mean, they work from 7 to 7 shifts, guys. I didn't know that. You know, can you imagine the work that you're putting in for 12 hours a day, and then you go home, but you're not really at home. You're sleeping in another room away from your family, your husband. You might be sleeping in the garage because you don't want to carry those germs inside your family. Wow. Can't say enough about the staff at the hospital. Okay, my current status today is Monday. Today is day 19. As you can see, my breathing is still a little bit rough, and I'm doing a lot better, I feel. I got up this morning, I showered, combed, and I curled my hair for you guys. I did makeup. I've been bleaching entire kitchen. Everything that I was touching, I cleaned my bedroom area. You know, I'm forcing myself, but I'm still exhausted after all that. Came on the couch and I passed out. But I'm doing my part. We're fighting this, right? Because we're fighters. Okay, so that were my notes on my symptoms. Okay, now I want to give you some tips of things that helped me that I should have done better, things that I didn't do well, and things that I did do well. Okay, so here are my tips. Okay, number one thing, most important thing on there is you gather your prayer team. Being a Christian, I think I knew where to run to, and I ran to the rock. And I messaged all my prayer warriors, close family friends, my mom, my dad, those who I knew were going to battle with me when I couldn't battle, and they got on it. I applaud you, because without you, I know I wouldn't be as strong as I am today. Y'all prayed hard. So number one, guys, if you see yourself in this, you get a team to pray for you constantly, and you update them. You let them know, hey, I'm not doing well. I had a rough night. I haven't slept. Whatever the issues are, and get your pastor involved. Oh man, those are great tools to have in your belt. The rock. Okay, the next thing I would encourage you to do is drink warm liquids to create sweat. It was horrible. I didn't want to. My mom kept saying, drink the tea, drink the tea. Oh my goodness, driving me crazy. My cousin kept emailing me. I was rolling my eyes like, oh my gosh, that damn tea. You know, I didn't want to, but because it caused me to sweat. And then all the phlegm would come out, and it would cause me to start coughing, which would cause a little bit of pain. And I didn't want that, but it was good for my body to reject it, to get the virus out of my body. So drink warm liquids, sweat it out. It caused phlegm to shoot out of my body. That was my number 2 that I put down. Number 3, cough and spit. I had a spit cup that I carried everywhere from Wingstop. Shout out to Wingstop. Because it was foam, and I just kept coughing the nasty phlegm, and I would spit into it. Cough, spit, and then my husband would throw everything out, rinse it out for me, and give me it, refill it. And it was disgusting. It's not ideal, but it helped me. Don't swallow the phlegm. It's a virus. You know, spit it out. When I would sit up, when I would move a little bit, it would cause a reaction in my body. Spit it, spit it, spit it. Okay, do not lie flat on your back. So, I mean, sometimes I would just like fall on the bed, like with all the energy that I had, I was mustering up. But it was not good for me, because being flat on my back was causing it to go into my lungs. So get on your sides, lay on your stomach if you can when you're trying to sleep. It's still gonna hurt when you wake up, but it's not as bad as when I was on my back. When I was on my back, it was the worst. And then I couldn't catch my breath because I just felt heavy. Sit up, prop up with lots of pillows. I'm lucky enough to have a bed that inclines and so forth. So I was, man, up, down, side. I was trying to find comfortable spots, and it was still rough for me. But if you don't have that, get pillows, prop it up all around you, so you won't be laying flat on your back. Stay in one room. I was kind of bad at that, because when the small spurts, when I started to feel better, I would come into the living room with my family. That wasn't good. Stay in one room. Keep the germs isolated. I know you are bored 10 days. Today's 19, and I didn't want to, but stay in one room, okay? Isolate yourself from your family. Do not spread the germs, because you don't know who is going to not be as strong defense-wise to take it. And number 6 I have here, take lots of showers. The showers help me, would close the door. I think the vapor causing that phlegm, and I would just spit, cough, spit in the shower, and it would make me feel better when I would step out. Also, I was sweating in the shower. Again, we want to get the virus out of your body, create vapor. Beat your chest. I would be in the shower and I would beat my chest because I wanted that phlegm to loosen up and remove from my lungs. Okay, I used Vicks a lot. I'm Mexican. We love Vicks. I love Vicks. My daughter would come in and she would rub it on my chest, and I would go to the side and she would rub it on my back. She would rub it on my feet. I would wear socks. Try not to get your family too involved to do that for you when you can. Rub it on yourself. Take care of you. Inhaling Vicks. Put it in your nose, on your mouth, so forth, because that eucalyptus helps your body breathing. Okay, if you have a humidifier, which I did, okay, use it. Would put it in my room. Vapor would come. Keep the door shut so you're breathing in something also to help your breathing, your lungs. Okay, brush your teeth. That's one thing that I learned from a good friend of mine, Carmen. Thank you. Shout out. The germ was in my mouth. I was taking showers, but it wasn't like I was using soap all the time. It was just for the action of the vapor and the bath, same thing. But I wasn't brushing my teeth. I wasn't even thinking about that. So for the entire time I was laying on the bed, I wasn't, probably till after I left the hospital. I don't know, the day I went to the hospital was the first time I had probably got up and I brushed my teeth. Brush your teeth because the germs are inside your mouth. You want to get those germs out. The mint helps out. If you have baking soda, use them. Put some in there. Baking soda is good for germs. Get that out. Brush your teeth constantly, 3 times, 4 times a day. Do it. Brush your teeth. Brush your teeth. Eat soup. Again, I didn't want the hotness because it was making me sweat, and I was afraid of the fevers. But you want to sweat because you want it out of your body. You want the phlegm to come out. So my mom and Sister Ellie were bringing soup. Thank you. I wasn't hungry, but I had to force myself because I know that nutrition is good for repairing yourself and getting stronger. Soup. Gatorade. I learned through some site or somewhere a Gatorade with sugar, because I would always do the 0-1, but Gatorade with sugar was good for me. And it was, when I was drinking it, I felt energy to come back, because I was when you're sweating, when you've got fever, you are not wanting things. I was just laying in bed, but you need to replenish fluids in your body when you're having fever. I had hot teas with lemon, honey, and ginger. Go back to those natural things so you can help your body fight itself. Got to give your body the chance. Okay, let me see. Oh, I craved things. It was really strange. Remember, I'm telling you, I'm not hungry, but yet one night I was sitting there and I'm like, oh my gosh, lemon. I want lemon. Somebody got some chips and I squeezed tons of lemon on it. I didn't want the lemon chips. No, I wanted fresh lemon. I think it's the way that your body is craving things to help combat things. That was before people were telling me to drink the lemon. It just makes sense. But I wanted lots of lemon and pickle juice. For whatever reason, my husband drinks it all the time, or, he ate pickles and there was juice there. I poured me a glass and I sipped it. And I don't know, my body was craving it. Listen to your body. Whatever your body craves, it's trying to talk to you. Listen, I craved also enchilada sauce. I kept telling my husband, I want my mom's enchilada sauce. I don't know why. Again, I know that chili has certain properties in it. I made enchiladas, we made chilaquiles, and I wanted onions. I wanted lots of onions on it. My family, poor people, because I made them some as well. But I wanted it in my body. Again, if your body's craving it, those natural things, take it. I ate it. Listen to your body. Okay, let's go to the last few things. Okay, dog at the hospital, they gave me zinc. So if you've got zinc, it's a natural what am I saying? Vitamin, mineral. Go get it. Take one. I've been taking the vitamin C. If you've got emergency packages, which I had some because I would buy them at Sam's, take them. I was giving them to my family as well. My daughter hates it, so she'll be moaning and groaning, but you make them take it. Drinking lots of orange juice. Again, my body's craving it. I want it. That's a good thing. Take it. Tylenol for the fevers. I didn't know how many dosage to take and so forth. So read the labels and take it if you've got fevers. Prayers, talk to God. He never left my side. I think, I told you I wasn't really sleeping, and I would be up in my room, and my brain was going constantly. And I was talking to God the entire time, and he was just there with me, like sitting down in a chair that my husband had there. And I would joke about it that, God, that's your chair. And he was sitting there with me. And I would recall Bible stories, where God never left people's sight. He was having me go through this path for a reason, so I could talk about him, to be able to be a witness to those people who don't know Christ. God knows his reasons, but he never left my sight. So I'm a testimony of a miracle, of something beautiful that happened. The last thing that I want to have on here is sun. I don't know, my body also wanted to be outside, to crave the daylight. So when the spurts during the day that I felt good, that I thought, oh my goodness, I'm finally kicking it, I would shower, change, and my daughter and I, we would go outside and we would sit in the sun, and it would just hit me. It felt amazing, and it was giving me energy for whatever reason. Sun, I feel, has this power. So those are some of my tips. The very first thing, remember God, the Creator, the Almighty. He's here. He's craving your attention. He's always been here. He's just waiting for us to call on him. He's a gentleman, like my husband always says. So those are my tips. I love you guys. I want you to share this, because there might be someone who doesn't know what to do, can't find the right video, things to help them. So these are my symptoms. This is my story. I know that everybody is reacting differently. I know that my husband and my daughter had it. I just know because of some of the small symptoms they had, but their reaction was way different from mine. I think I had the attack maybe because God's using it for a purpose. I also have some some stomach problems. Maybe the stress that I had at work for a little bit, I wasn't releasing the stress, exercising, doing what you're supposed to. Stay healthy. If you smoke, stop smoking. If you drink, stop drinking. Take care of your body. It's a temple, okay? It needs to be there strong to be able to fight whenever something like this happens. I want to just end with lots of love for you guys. I send out this for educational purposes and a reminder that God is still with us. I love you guys. Bye.